Hey, hey. Big Head is joining us. I put her up for my live this morning, so she's still here. She won't always be here, but she's here now. So happy Memorial Day. I know this is a weird day to do a training, so feel free to catch the replay if you're busy doing your barbecues, your parades, or all those things. Hey, Robin. But I really wanted to talk about this while it was fresh in my mind. I've been thinking about it. I've been having conversations about it with other members of this team, and I think it's really important that we address the big thing, fear. Especially fear-based excuses, the excuses that we're making for ourselves every day that's holding us back from having greatness in our business. And I see it across the board. I see my top leaders doing it. I see brand new women doing it, and I want to squash it. I just want to squash it. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to be based in fear anymore. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. So let me really quickly just invite a few people. I know it's a weird time of day. I know. I'm sorry, friends. You got to take it when you can. You know what I mean? We're just going to really quickly invite a whole bunch of you, and then hopefully some people can watch later on when they get the invite. All right. Okay. That's a whole bunch. You can invite your teams. Hey, Ash. Hey, Lynn. Okay. So I can't ask you in person because you can't see your hands, but you can throw me some hearts. How many of you feel like you hold yourself back because of fear, because you were afraid to do something, because you were afraid of being judged, because you were afraid of something? Show me some hearts. How many of you have done that in your business? There better be 1,000 hearts popping up, because I know that we hold ourselves back because of fear. Of course we do. I do. Yeah, there they are. They're here. Awesome, because it's true. And if you're not throwing up a heart, well, that's a big old stinking lie, friends. It's a lie. I know every one of us hold ourselves back in fear. The thing is, 99% of this fear is all in here. It's all lies. Have you guys seen me do the training with the yield sign? I did it on my training this past weekend, so you can go back and watch the replay on that. And I've done it in this group, but I'll do it again. I will do it again. It's an exercise that proves to us that our brain tells us lies all day long. And those lies, they get in there and we start to believe they're true, even though they're not. Our brain tells us they are. So that's like when one of your videos is on and somebody hops on and makes a weird comment, or a family member kind of criticizes you or your business, and all of a sudden you feel paralyzed by that fear that you can't do it anymore. You can't do this. You can't go live. You can't share your selfie because somebody's judging you. Even though that was just one person's opinion, it's lodged in your head, right? That's a fear-based excuse. That's a fear-based excuse. That's you saying, nope, I can't do it anymore because I'm scared. The challenge here is to start breaking through those barriers that we've put up for ourselves and work towards the other side of it. So I want to go over a couple of really common fear-based excuses that a lot of us are making, and how we can maybe look at that differently so that we can have success. Sound good? Yeah? Okay. So big. I have notes. Big excuse. I'm too busy. I hate that excuse. But believe it or not, that's an excuse based in fear. We are all busy. We're all busy, right? We all have the same amount of hours in the day. We see that quote, you have the same amount of hours as Beyonce or whatever, but it's true. We're all busy, whether it's with another job, whether it's with a family, whether it's extracurriculars, whatever, we're busy. But we all have time to do, hey, Steph, the things we want to do. And the thing is, we choose to do other things with that time. We choose to watch Netflix. We choose to waste an hour scrolling on Facebook. We choose when we really have an opportunity to make this business work. And at the heart of that, that's fear-based. Because when you're choosing to say, I'm too busy, I don't have time, what you're really saying, what I'm really hearing is that if I'm too busy, that's not on me. That's outside forces that's preventing me from doing the things I want to do, and I have no control over that. So since I'm busy, since I have to be mom, since I have to be businesswoman, since I have to do this and this and that, I can't possibly dedicate the time to my business, and therefore it's not my fault when my business doesn't grow. It gives me something comfortable to fall back on. We're having a little bit of a light bulb moment. The fear-based excuses make us feel better about why we're not reaching the goals we have set for ourselves. And it's not a criticism because everybody does it. I do it. I'm no better than any of you. I'm just working on overcoming that. But we have to be honest with ourselves and say, okay, is this a real reason why I can't? Or is it a reason based in fear that I'm doing to make myself comfortable? I'm too busy is not a legitimate excuse. If it was the other way around, if it was, a job outside of the home, would you say, I'm too busy to go to the office today because I have my kids? No, you get fired, you lose your job. We're really lucky you can't get fired here. Can't get fired, you're not going to lose your job. But you have to give it the same dedication. If you want this to be something more than a hobby, and I always say this, there is room for everybody here, whether you're a hobbyist, somewhere in the middle, or want to take it all the way to the top. There's no wrong way to do it. But if you want this to be more than a hobby, if you want it to be financially beneficial for you, if you want it to be satisfactory to you inside, whatever your goals are for reaching those higher levels, you have to be honest with yourself and say, I need to say, I'm going to stop scrolling Facebook and I'm going to work Facebook because I want big things. Fear-based. Another is a comparison game. And I am so guilty of this. And I actually was really, really fortunate this weekend to get to know Jenny Mozena. I think you say her last name. Sorry, Jenny, if I mess it up. Jenny has thousands of live views. Jenny has PRS in I'm not going to say what it is because that's not my place, but let's just say it's really big. Jenny's amazing. Jenny works her business really hard, okay? Really hard. But she's amazing. And it's really hard to look at somebody like that who has thousands of live views and all this PRS and be like, well, I can't do that. I don't have X, Y, and Z like Jenny. I'm not as pretty as Jenny. I'm not as bubbly as Jenny. I don't have a network as big as Jenny. And because those things are something I can't control, it's okay if I'm failing. It's not my fault. Again, that's based on fear. That's based on comparison. And I'm so guilty of the comparison game. She's prettier than I am. She's more fun than I am. People like her more. You guys do this too? We do. But we got to turn inward and we got to look at the things that we can offer. What's really great about you? What's really great about me? What can I think of? Well, I have a really fun personality. I think people like to hear my stories about my crazy kids. I do crazy stuff like put my big head up. You make it you. Her success does not determine your success. Her success is not your failure, right? Are you having light bulb moments? Are you having them? I'm having them. Here's another one. I can't do X until I reach X. How many of you have said, I can't go live until I'm a yellow status presenter. Okay? I can't go to convention until, I have promoted. I can't do this until I do this. You're making yourself comfortable. You're setting up boundaries by saying, it's okay if I'm not striving for my goals. It's okay if I'm not pushing myself because I have to do this first. Well, that's not true. What if I had said, I'm not going to run for Black status until I'm making $4,000 PRS every month? Well, that's silly. How does $4,000 PRS every month determine my success as a Black status leader? It doesn't. How does your success, how does you reaching green, how is that prevented by the fact that you haven't sponsored 5 people every month? It doesn't. If you're sponsoring, if you're working, if you're doing the things, you work towards those goals. You don't have to do one thing before another. I mean, in the comp plan, yes, you do. You have to hit yellow before you hit pink, but that's not what I mean. I mean, don't hold yourself in one spot. Don't say I can't move forward until I've checked all these mental boxes that I've made a list of in my head that don't really matter to anybody but you. That's holding yourself back in fear. My age and insecurity holds me back 100%. We look at ourselves and we are our worst critics. We judge ourselves more than anybody else. We are our absolute worst critics. I look at you, Eleanor, and I see this beautiful woman that has so much to offer. Not just me, but women your own age. How inspiring are you to have found something after doing motherhood, while doing a career, And then you can go out and inspire a bunch of women who relate to you because you're taking some time for yourself. You're finding joy. You're saying, my chapter didn't end with children. My chapter continues. My book is still open. These pages are unwritten. That's inspiring, Eleanor. That's inspiring. You don't have to be 25 years old to be successful here. You have to be you. And people will relate to that, and people will join you because you will inspire other women your age and ages outside of yours to do what you're doing, to see more in themselves, to say, I can do more. I don't have to just be mom. I don't have to just be career woman. I can be more. You inspire people. You inspire me every time I see you. Every time. You got to get out of here. That's fear-based too. It's not the right time to run. I can't run this month. It's not the right time. My team isn't big enough. I don't have enough friends. I don't this. I don't have that. I don't this. There's never the right time. There's never the right time to work towards a goal. I will say that, you can tell during the month, you can tell sometimes as you're getting closer. So maybe you're ending May and you're like 75% green. 75% green. That should say something in your head. That should say, I was working at like my regular pace and look how far I got. I can do this. It might not happen, but heck yeah, am I going to work like it's going to? So you dive into June with this determination to hit your goal. Don't hold yourself back because you're afraid you might fail. We all fail. We all fail. It's what you do with that failure. It's what you do after you hit the bottom. It's what you do after you hit the stumbling blocks that determines your success, not the actual act of working up towards that success. We all have roadblocks. We all trip and fall. It took me 2.5 years to hit black, and I didn't hit black every month after that. This business is kind of like this, like you run up the hill, you hit a goal, you kind of plateau back down. You do this for a little bit and you go back up again and this and that and that. The difference is you can either run all the way up and crash all the way down, or you can kind of just keep it, swimming. And that's okay. That's okay. There's never going to be the right time to run. There's going to be times that make more sense, but there's never going to be the right time. And that goes through all the things in our lives. It's, wanting to try a new career, wanting to maybe have children. That's like the funniest thing, right? The right time to have children. Is there ever a right time? If there was a right time, would I have ended up with 4? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like, there's never the right time to make a commitment to yourself. And I think we get really stuck thinking that there has to be those boxes checked again before we can decide to really do it. Think about that one. All right, let's talk about sponsoring. This is stemmed from a conversation I had with some of my elite leaders. So I'm not going to say which leader I had this conversation with, but she's welcome to hop on and say, hey, it was me. We were talking about opportunity messages, and we were talking about how we hold ourselves back because we don't want to annoy people. And we all say this, right? Because I hear time and time again, I'm no good at sponsoring. I'm not good at sponsoring. I've said it. Those words have come out of my mouth. But the truth is, it's not that you're bad at sponsoring. It's that you're scared to sponsor because you're scared that you're going to be judged by the person you're trying to sponsor, right? 100%, right? You don't want to annoy people. You don't want to be one of those people who annoys other people, because there's so many direct sales people that just do it wrong. Oh, they do it so wrong. They're spammy, they're gross, they're cold messaging. And I will say on a side, I've always been too afraid to cold message, but I've seen some beautiful ways that people do cold message, so I can share that here. I don't think cold messaging doesn't have a place. I think attraction marketing and building relationships will give you more, you know what I mean? But I think there is a place for cold messaging, so I'm not taking that off the table. Hold on, buddy, come in quietly, okay? Thank you. So we're so afraid to reach out because we don't want to bother people. We don't want to be that person that's spammy and gross and just in it for the money. But here's what I want you to think about. This is where I really want you to shift your mindset, okay? Mindset is huge when it comes to this. We work with a company with a mission to help women, a mission to empower women. I use these examples when I talk about it. When we say it's so much more than makeup, it's 100% true. We started selling, back in the day when Younique started, boot socks, magnetic nail polish, and shoe art, like brooches that went on your shoe jewelry. That's what they sold. It didn't matter what they were selling. They started selling to support the Unique Foundation for this bigger idea of helping women globally to make a difference in this world. It wasn't about makeup. Luckily, thankfully for us, they decided to change that and sell makeup because makeup is awesome and beautiful and consumable and has an appeal to women all over the world, right? Probably wouldn't be selling boot socks, just saying. But they did change it. So not only do we have this incredible mission to stand behind, we actually have something really fun that makes women feel confident and beautiful. They go together so well. They go together so well. But I bet you when you're going in to present the opportunity, you're not thinking about the mission. You're not thinking about the story behind it. You have blinders on and you're thinking, I got to show this woman all the makeup she gets. I got to show this woman how much money she can get from selling makeup. I got to show her the kit. How many people are showing the kit? Showing the kit? Stop showing the kit. The kit's awesome. The kit will always be awesome. The meaning and the heart behind this company is what makes us different than all those other direct sales companies that are spammy and gross. If you reach out to somebody because you believe in this company wholeheartedly, and I really encourage you to take a really deep look, do you believe what you're talking about? Do you believe in the value? Are you familiar with the Unique Foundation? If you're not, go learn about it. Go to their Facebook page, start reading, learn about it. It's incredible. Watch Derek's story about why he started the company. You will cry. If you can go into your opportunity messages with this as your basis, with this in your mind, with the idea that you have such an amazing opportunity and a gift to share the world, and if you don't share it, you are doing people a disservice. If that is what you're projecting, then what you are getting back will not be negativity. You will never be spammy if you're being genuine. If you're reaching out to people and saying, this kit's awesome, it's $99, you should join me, you're not going to get as much response as when you're talking about what you really love about your business. And I don't mean just in messages. When you are out on your lives, talk about what we stand for. Talk about the mission. Talk about the foundation. Talk about what makes us different and let people come to you. So when people comment and like on those videos and you talk to them, you respond, you say, I saw you were watching. I just have to tell you, I think you would be amazing at what I do. I love this company and everything it stands for. Would you be interested in learning more? That's all you have to say. And if they say no, it's not your fault. It's not you. It's not something you did. It's not anything against you and your business. And I know it sucks to hear the no. I know it's scary to hear the no. We don't want to be told no. We doubt. We get the lies in our head. Again, that's a lie. That's a fear-based lie. You have to believe what you stand behind. You have to believe, and it will translate. It will translate. This elite was saying to me, she goes, I don't want to force an opportunity message before it's ready. And I get that. She wants to build a relationship. But remember how I was saying there's no right time? You can't put a time limit on that. You can't say, I'm going to be friends with her for 4 months before I present the opportunity. I'm going to be friends with her for a whole year before I present the opportunity. When you're working your messenger, when you're building these relationships, absolutely. We're not talking about the cold message here. We're talking about building a relationship with somebody. You need to build a relationship. You're not right out the door saying, blah! But you can absolutely talk to somebody about why you love your business and why she would be good at it. Don't make it about money. Don't make it about you. Don't show her what's in it for you. Show her what's in it for her. Does that make sense? Fear is a nasty little bugger. It's in all of us. It's really hard to push behind. It's something that you really have to work on. It's not a one-day thing. It's a constant personal development. Get yourself some personal development. 100%, guys. It doesn't have to be direct sales related. It has to be like inside, And there's a million of those. I can recommend some if you need them. But the more you work on yourself, the more you project greatness, the more you present confidence, and people respond to that. I am not the same person I was 4 years ago. Not even close. Not even close. You would not have seen me on stage 4 years ago. Heck no. You wouldn't have seen me on live 4 years ago taking selfies. All of that came from our business in turn gave me a sense of confidence and growth and strength that now exudes from me, that now I feel like I can draw out of other women. You have that in you too. Don't let yourself be held back anymore. Fear. Is this making some sense? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling like you want to break through these barriers now? Because I do. I do, especially after talking to other leaders who lead differently than me, who have had more success than me in different areas, women who are just so inspiring and empowering and yet so grounded and kind and sweet and loving. And to meet so many women this past weekend, Y Sisters, we were in Minnesota, many of them were in Minnesota, others had driven to come to this training, and to get to hear their stories and see their passion and their willingness to be there and buy a ticket and learn to grow, it inspired me to be better and be bigger and do more things. And I don't want you guys to be held back by the fear anymore. You know, I know it's scary to talk to people. I know it's scary to put yourself out there, but the worst that can happen is somebody says no, and that's not on you. That's a no for their life right now, because maybe they're making the same excuses. I'm too busy. I haven't accomplished this, so I can't certainly try something new. They're making the same excuses you are. So that's not your fault if they say no. But you need to continue to put yourself out there in order to grow the network of people that you want. Because I've got to tell you guys, those gems, those amazing women that are going to run with you, they're 1 in a million, but they will come to you if you continue to put yourself out there every day. You know, it's really easy to go out there and share things that you feel like don't benefit you. You're out there sharing your Starbucks Frappuccino. You're out there showing your tank top for another business. You know, you're repping jewelry, whatever. It's really easy to do that because you're in your head. You're saying, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to judge me because I'm not making a buck off of that. Take the money out of it. You make $1 when the women you bring into this business make $1, and you don't get there unless you reach down, you lift them up, and you help them get there. You can't just sit at the top. Get that pyramid scheme out of your head. We're not a scheme, and our compensation plan is built to grow leaders. It's built to compensate leaders. It's built to make women who join today make money and feel confident and grow. And this is the opportunity you have to go share to everybody. Do more. Challenge yourselves to do more, and you have to believe it in here. And when you're scared, that's when you come to the team page and you say, I'm scared, I need help, hold my hand, let's go, and we do it together. Guys, I'm gonna say it, you know, we did our open house. I haven't seen a lot of people coming in, and I think a big part of that is lack of follow-up. And I know some of you have, so don't get defensive if you have followed up, but I think a lot of you have not followed up because you're scared, because you're afraid they might say no. Okay? We took all the hard stuff out. We brought them in here, they hung out, they got to see everything good. You only had to invite them, but yeah, now you gotta go do the work. Got to go invite those women into this sisterhood. Parties? What's the biggest problem if somebody says no about a party? They say no? Okay. Next. I don't know who to talk to? Get in a group. Start talking. Start building relationships. Add people to your friends list. Don't message them right away about the opportunity, but keep talking to them. This is a growth business, guys. It doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take more than a week to grow your business, but you just keep going. And every day when that fear comes in, because it will, whether it's fear of going live, whether it's fear of asking for a party, whether it's fear for talking about the opportunity, you have to be bigger than the fear. And that's when the personal development comes in. I'm working on it and getting better, little by little, you know? Okay, Terrence, so they're not responding, but you did your work. And now you're going to keep talking to them like it ain't no thing. You're going to build relationships, continuing to build relationships outside of the business, and continue to do your work where they can see you talking about why you love this business, not just the makeup. The makeup, it's amazing and it's phenomenal and it makes us all feel good, but there's so much more to it. Start thinking about what you can share about in here and in here. What makes you strong in here? What makes you grow in here because of this business? What has it done for you? It's not just covering dark circles, and I love that. You know I love that. That makes me feel confident and strong. But what also makes me feel confident and strong is knowing you, being part of Team Moxie. I would not be who I am without, I got chills. Without Team Moxie. Ooh, I don't want to cry. You have a gift here, guys. You have a gift to inspire other women to make their lives better, to make their lives stronger. Some people aren't here for money. Some people are here because they needed a friend. Some people are here for a sisterhood. Some people are here because they're the biggest cheerleaders in the world. Nicole DeVecchio. Not her last name anymore. Congratulations, Nicole. She's kind of a hobbyist when it comes to sales, but you see her in Moxie. She's such a cheerleader. She's reaching out. Who can I cheer on today? Who needs some love? Who needs some inspiration? Moxie gives her that. This business gives her that. That's what she needed. Who are you to judge what somebody else is looking for? Stop prejudging. Stop taking your opinions on what people need and want and think and putting them out there. All you have to do is serve the plate and let them pick. You got the sampler platter. We've got sisterhood. We got makeup. We got money. We got a foundation. We got a mission. Which one you want? Which one? Let them pick. You just got to present it. You be the waiter. Okay? You be the waitress. Present them with their options and let them pick. It's not up to us to judge. Fear, she's nasty. She's nasty. We're going to erase her. Okay? That's what I got for you today. I want you to go think about it, okay? We're going to talk about it more. But I do have a challenge for you today. I challenge you to pick one thing that scares you and do it. One thing. Opportunity message, going live, booking a party. One business thing, I should clarify. One business thing that scares you and do it. And then let me know how you feel. And I want to know, I genuinely want to know. You message me. I felt awesome. I felt terrified. I feel like I want to throw up. You tell me. All right? I want to know. You got this. Big Head says, you got this. Look at her. You got this. Yay! Okay. Bye.